In this video, we're going to do a walkthrough on how to set up the Phoenix UAS remote ID module to broadcast your remote ID message along with your serial number, connect it up to your flight controller for power, and check that it's broadcasting the correct message. We'll do subsequent videos to do a complete beta flight setup and also iNav setup. If you grab the package your module came in, you'll notice there are two labels on the package. The top has a QR code. If you scan that with your phone, it'll take you to our support page. And on the bottom, there's a label with a SN, which stands for serial number, and following that is the serial number of your module. And then down below that is a FW for firmware, and the label I'm looking at has firmware version 1.02. If you scan the QR code, you'll end up at our support page where you'll find a link to our complete user manual, a quick start guide, and some information about the firmware versions that we're running. What you'll see on this page that's currently listed is that we're running version 1.02 that was released back in January 27th. We're still running that today as of this video, and if your label matches that firmware version, you're good to go. No need to do any upgrades. The first thing you're going to want to do is wire up your GPS to your remote ID module on the GPS side. If you're using a compass, you'll need to wire up all 6 wires. If you're not using a compass, you can omit the SCL and SDA wires. Always make sure that your TX and RX wires cross. Next, we're going to plug the remote ID module into a USB power supply. Your desktop or laptop will work, and see if we can't get this to lock on 6 satellites. Once you've got a satellite lock and the ready to fly light is lit, you can use Open Drone ID, an Android app, or Drone Tag Scanner, an iPhone app, to inspect your remote ID message and verify that your serial number is present. Now we're ready to wire the flight controller remote ID module side up to the flight controller, and depending on what you want to do, you've got a few options. If you just want to power the remote ID module, you'll need to run a 5-volt in the ground wire. If you want to get the GPS data, you'll need to run a wire on your TX to RX and RX to TX to the flight controller. And lastly, if you want to get the compass data over, you'll need to wire up the SCL and SDA wire.